right? Like in the system administration part, we had gone through with some of the file systems in the Linux which can be used. The file systems like we have discussed in the Linux to create a partition we required to format, and formatting can be done by using ext2, ext3, vfat, yes, and xfs. So these are the file systems in the Linux which are used to format the data partition in order to store the data. But now the requirement is quite different. We want to share the data not in the same machine. We want to share the data and across the different systems. Like in the Windows also we are having some file systems like NTFS and FAT32. Those file systems to format the partition in order to store data locally. But from one system to other system, if you want to share the data, you require in the Windows the file system called DFS. What is the file system we require? DFS. Similarly, if you talk about Novell, from Novell to Novell, if you want to, Novell is also one operating system. In that, we are having a default file system called NWFS, Network File System. Are you getting me? Like from Macintosh to Macintosh, if you want to share data, you require AFP, Apple File Sharing Protocol. Similarly, in the Linux, we require what? NFS. Got it? So in the networks, if you talk, every operating system has its own file system in order to share data. But by using this file system, when you want to share data and across different operating systems, scenario is I'm working in network. In the network, I'm having some are the Linux clients, some are the Windows clients, some are the Macintosh clients, some are the Novell clients. And I want to share data from Linux to every client, which belongs to different platforms. In such case, I have to configure CIFS. CIFS stands for Common Internet File System. Got it? So CIFS is the what? Default file system, which is mainly used to share data and across different every operating system. In the Linux to configure CIFS, you need to use the server called Samba, which we are going to discuss in advanced Linux. Because in the live environment, when we are having a different operating systems, every operating system technically understand their own file system. For example, in our classroom, people from different states, even people from different countries, can they take a class in their own respective mother tongues by going to each and every person? So to share the knowledge, we are just using the common language across the globe we made. That is what? English. Got it? Similarly, every operating system has their own file system. One operating system, I mean Linux operating system, is file system is NFS. Windows file system is DFS. Macintosh file system is AFP. Novell file system is NWFS. They will only understand the packets if come from the same file system. But corresponding is NFS, this is NWFS means NWFS will not understand NFS, NFS will not understand NWFS. So you need to make communication, if you make data sharing process, you need to configure what? CIFS. So in our section, now we are discussing about what? NFS. In Samba server, we will be discussing about what? CIFS. Okay. So in the network, if you configure Samba server, NFS server, server and client both required to do mount. Both required to do what? Mount. Every client has to be mount to server in order to share the data. Something like this. In the network, there is a one NFS server we configured. In the NFS server, there is a one folder var cells. Yes, please. From this folder, there is we want to share data among number of different clients. So here In the machine, you have to do what? In the client machine, you have to mount. So we mounted the server folder in the client machine. On which folder we mounted? MNT. Got it? So whatever the data you stored in the server, the data you can access from where here? From server to client. And at server on this folder, if we have given full access 777, then client can also do what? Write. So whatever the data client do write, the data of the user will be stored in server. Like this, if other user writing data, other users data also will be stored at server. So server means it contains all the users data. After having all the users data, one user can access other users data. I mean, a first client can access second user data, and second user can access what? First client data. Clear this? Because in the live environment, administrator every day will not go to every client computer manually by carrying a pen drive. I am having some data information related to my project, which I need to share with all my domain users. But can I go every day manually to every system to share it? No. I should plug to one system. On that system, I should configure one file system like NFS. I will give this IP address to my client. From their system, they will connect to my server with the help of mount command, and they can come to know about the information. Same time, if they want to share their own information, I will permit full access here along with sticky bit. So they can do what? Share. They can do what? Upload. But they cannot do what? Delete. Because we are also including what? Sticky bit. Here, you just do this requirement copy once.